Hi guys, this is Miss Works and Mr. Angel Mancata.
Hey.
Today is April the 10th, Friday, black belt class. So what we're going to talk about is we need to make sure you guys go back through the feed or through the YouTube channel, find your black belt pattern. We need you guys running through that pattern at least 10 times today. Moms, dads, when they run through their pattern, I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you take a videotape of them and send that to our instructors. We're going to start breaking down that pattern and actually critiquing it for them. I want to make sure they stay caught up and on track for their next black belt test. So if they have not gone through their pattern and have not sent us a videotape, make sure you guys get that done this weekend. Now, for today's video, we're going to actually break down some of the board breaking stations that are required when a first degree recommended goes for a first degree decided. And if you guys aren't familiar which is which, the first degree recommended is that black belt with the white stripe in the middle of it. And of course, a decided belt is going to be a solid black belt and has the gold bar on there. So we're going to go ahead and kind of break down a couple of stations. So how many stations are there required when you go for first degree decided?
For the first degree decided, you're going to have 3 stations.
3 stations, guys. So at your first station, you're going to have some type of upper body technique. So we're going to kind of go over here. And we're going to break down a couple upper body techniques because here's the deal, guys. When you get to belt testing day, you got to know exactly what breaks you're going to be doing at each station. Do not walk up to the table and then Mr. Gillen or Mr. Azar says, okay, sir, ma'am, what breaks are you doing? You look at him like, I don't know. Okay, that's not the answer we want to hear.
One of the worst things you can do.
Don't say that. You have to have them all lined out. So a couple of them was that we like to do is an elbow strike. So I'm going to let Mr. Mancata kind of break down the elbows, okay? There's actually a couple of them.
All right, so with the elbow strike, first of all, understand it's a very close ranged attack, okay? It's not super long like a punch. I can punch it from way out here, or a kick, I can kick from way back here. Elbow is going to be right up close and personal. So what we tell everybody is go ahead and get in a good guarding stance and go ahead and pull this elbow back from right here. Now, don't hit with the funny bone, the very tip of the bone, okay? Don't hit with that. What you want to do is get the first 2 inches right there on that, at the end of that forearm. That way, that's the strong area you want to strike with on that elbow strike. So, when you pull back, all you want to do is just rotate over, okay? You notice, I'm kind of hitting more because I'm a little off angle. I'm too far away because I'm hitting with the tip. Scoot up where you're flush and then just pull it back. And there you get a good clean strike on that elbow strike right there, okay? Is there any other details you want me to break down for them, or?
Well, there's other different versions of the elbow. A lot of our black belts going for first degree decided have already done the forward elbow. So another one, this is a fun technique. I use it a lot when I do my board breaks. Another one is reverse. So if they have done this one and been successful and they want to do another elbow and just do something different with it, go ahead and face it back for me. So
well, I gotta use this arm then.
That's right. You use that one. So the same thing, it would be a reverse elbow. And this time, like he's pointing out, you're gonna be hitting with this part of the arm. So if I lined up, you wanna be very close making contact already, and he's gonna pretend like he's pulling a rope and going straight through, bam, right there, just saying like you're saying yes. And you'll hear nothing but crack after that, bam, right there. That's a very cool one. The other one would be a side elbow. You're hitting with the same part, that back meaty part of the elbow right there. You just line the board up a little bit different. Now, some other upper body techniques would be
a hammer fist.
Hammer fist is a very good one.
And palm strike.
How about punch?
Punch? I don't really recommend doing the punch, because, back when weapons were being designed were like metal and wood and all that stuff, wood was designed mostly to damage bony areas on the human body. So head, the cranial, bony hands, your feet, your ankles, your knees, your elbows, all the bony areas, that's what the wood was designed to strike at. So punching a board, you gotta be a little bit higher rank than that.
Here's the deal, guys. We actually get this question a lot. We don't really recommend a straight punch being your first board break going to a black belt. There's just a lot of stuff that can happen. Usually a punch is saved for maybe a 3rd, 4th, 5th degree, somebody a little bit higher rank. So it's cool that you want to do a punch. We just hold off on that one for just a little while longer. Now, moving on to our lower body technique. There's a couple lower body techniques. Now, everybody in here, their first board break was probably just doing the step behind side kick. So, I bet you think you can come black belt testing and say, I'm going to do step behind side kick. We're going to look at you and say, no. It has to be advanced, guys. Remember, you're going for black belt. So the step behind side kick was your first basic side kick technique on a board. So what other kind of techniques? Well, instead of doing a step behind, I can do a spin side kick. I can do a turning side kick. Scoot back a little bit, and I can do a walk through 360 side kick. So all three of those are great advanced versions of the side kick that you could do, and that will be great for a black belt testing. Now moving on to our aerial technique.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. All right, so with the aerials, with even the lower body techniques that Miss Works just did, you know, the spin side kick right there. All you gotta do is pretty much jump change backwards, bring your knees up high, look over that shoulder, you get a good aerial jump spin side kick. Now, same thing with the 360 side kick, or I call it the walking spin side kick. I'm in my guarding stance. The kicking leg is not in the back now, it's in the front, okay? So that's the trick. So, walk forward, go ahead, turn your heels. And look, there's that 360 side kick. That's where you break it down, right? Well, think of a double action. Are you switching your feet over? All you're doing, you're just rotating over this time. And there you see that spin side kick coming out for a 360 side kick. Hands are up. Don't lose your balance as you jump, right? Now, the iconic kick, the flying side kick, okay? Or I used to call it the Luke Kane kick because I didn't know any better. So, the flying side kick, we see this a lot in our chunk move pattern where we're in our guarding stance after our side kick. We're doing a 1, 2, and there's that side kick, or turning side kick like she just did too. As long as there's like some room, a piece of paper could slip underneath your foot for, that counts as an aerial for right now, okay? So, on the flying side kick, hop up, 1, 2, and then set it down. That's a good land. Now, what I just did, everyone would run up and jump, and then hit. The object of it is you want to fly and then get that side kick out, okay? But we'll break those down later on in future videos too to get a very good smoking hot flying side kick, okay?
So those are going to be your three stations. You need one upper body technique, so start thinking about those. The elbows, the palm heel, the hammer fist, even a knife hand. Those are good choices right there, advanced choices. Your lower body is going to be either like maybe a turning side kick, a spin side kick, 360 side kick. Those are some good options. Even spinning heel kick will work. Now moving along after that, you can move on to your aerial station. Aerial station is going to be things like your jump 360s, your flying side kick. If you guys have questions about what should I do, don't hesitate to send us a comment down there in that little comment box. Ask us about this if you think about that. Just make sure you send it to us. We got to be practicing on those and have those ready for belt testing. We guys all have a happy Easter. We will see you guys next week, Monday.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. We'll see you guys later.
Now take it easy.